Hello everybody, how's it going? Gnome here, server X160, the best in the West. Still doing well. We didn't get involved with any of those server merges, but I know some people that we compete with did, so now there's more people in the pool. Oh boy. Well, we're doing this video today to talk about the Queen of Frost, but also, oh yeah, sorry, major shout out. Now proud member of Arkham Asylum. Went up to the big boy group. I can't compete, and I'm not in any guild conquests, but I'm not a fan of the mode anyways. And it seems like a good community. Seems like we're gonna do all right. But definitely, they are amazing. They're taking number one in guild conquest for sure. But here we go. Let's talk about this Queen of Frost. So, first of all, she's the Queen of Frost. She's not like Necrosa. She doesn't have a different name than the Abyssals that's listed on the top. Um, Looks really cool. Twin sights or commas, whatever you want to call them. I think they're called commas, K-A-M-A. She's got these little twitchy blades kind of on her back as well. Oh, nice. Summoned kind of like a little dragon there, or a snake around her wrist. She's got these great pauldrons with crystals coming out of them. Like, I would not like to be in her way. She looks awesome. The blonde with the little lock drooping down. I had that at one point. So let's talk about her trait first. She's got Shura's Avatar. This is the Shun clan trait. At level 22, when casting an active skill or ultimate attack, increases the champion's critical damage by 40% for 3 seconds, stacks up to 2 layers. So, potential of 80% extra critical damage if she's got the 2 stacks rolling, and those last for 3 seconds each. So I guess if you're alternating between active and ultimate, maybe you can keep the 80% going, but it can be kind of tough. So the other trait she has is Obliterate, level 22. After releasing your ultimate, increase the damage you deal by 25% for 6 seconds. This effect is not stacked. This is the Sith clan trait, the little cat, male and female, with the big swords. That's a good way to put it. So, and then Obliterate's also called the same thing, I believe, as the Almat clan trait. I think that's called Obliterate also, unless they changed it. So, instantly, let's talk about some potential traits just from looking at kind of like what she's got, what she's about. She's apparently going to be getting her ultimate off. Maybe she'll get her ultimate off before she gets her guardian ability off. So, hence the Shura's Avatar and Obliterate for that. And then maybe, well, I know she's going to be using her active a lot. Her ultimate resets her active. So, using the Shura's Avatar, she's probably going to be able to get 80% quite frequently. And so, I would probably, well, we'll talk about traits here after we go over the abilities. With her passive being Heart of Frost, normal attacks and skills apply 1 layer of Frostmark to the enemy lasting 8 seconds. That already tells me you're going to need a rapid shot in your group so she can get normal attacks off faster. And then skills, if she's bouncing back and forth between her active, her guardian, and her ultimate, then she's going to be applying a lot of frost marks on people. And they last 8 seconds, so the chance of her getting another mark on them is pretty high. When the enemy has 3 layers of frost mark, they enter a condensed state for 3 seconds, and all frost marks are cleared. So she uses 3 skills or has some normal attacks in between, then she's going to apply this. So it's going to happen pretty quick in battle, it seems like. In the condensed state, the enemy cannot move or attack, so it's a crowd control. This is going to trigger Male Water and Sun's passive to gain more energy. And then also, this should be increased by Mel Bjornkrieger's his ultimate that extends crowd control durations. The enemy takes 38% increased damage at level 20, so that's really awesome. If you hit, you're always giving people 38% increased damage over time, so that's That's really helpful, especially if you have some high damage champs like female Dire, female Nereid, Necrosa, and the enemy cannot recover constitution or energy. That's fantastic. So they're taking more damage. They're not getting energy for that increased damage that they're taking. Very strong passive so far. And as you level it, it looks like the increased damage goes up and true damage later that we'll get to. So attacks against enemies in the condensed state are guaranteed critical hits. That's even better for female Dire and people, anyone with plumed ants, anyone with sharp strikes. Maybe you could put a sharp strikes on her if you're interested in that, because they're going to be, you're going to want to increase critical damage with her, because with all these guaranteed criticals, you don't have to focus so much on crit rate. And maybe that goes for the whole team as well. You could drop a lot of crit rate like Serpent's Wrath or Ambitious or Focused, or sorry, Serpent's Wrath or the Predator's Blade, which is the the Leopard clan or whoever they are, the Cat clan. Oh, goodness, what was their name? Either way, so everyone's taking crits with this, and the enemy cannot receive new frost marks for 4 seconds, which isn't long. I think that was the duration maybe with the female bug, or maybe it was even longer. But she got those back on really quick. So 4 seconds is nothing. When the condensed state ends, the enemy takes additional true damage equal to 30% of their lost constitution, up to a maximum of 2,000% or 20 times the caster's strength. So if you have 10 million strength, you're going to do 200 million if that's 30% of their lost constitution. But that's the cap right there. In battle, all your attacks ignore the enemy's untargetable state, which is the case for all guardians other than the Voidborn. So really awesome active. First thing that's going through my head, or maybe you want to use her ultimate some more. Just a little heads up, her ultimate refreshes her active, so maybe an energy regen for her or an ambitious to start the battle off really quick, getting that ultimate out there as well. Her active's going to apply a layer, her guardian ability, her normal attack. So again, we mentioned the rapid shot on a member of your team might be good. Oh yeah, so let's go to the active. Quickly dash behind the enemy with the highest strength. That's how we're dealing where she's going. Dealing 280% strength damage to nearby enemies 4 times. So what is that? 560, 1,120 total if they get hit all 4 times. And it's AoE, it's nearby enemies. So that's a lot of damage, ladies and gentlemen. Each time this skill is used, the next time the passive condense effect is applied, it can ignore the enemy immune control status. So for the passive, when she like stuns them basically, that will ignore immune control if she uses her active, which makes sense because she hits the enemy 4 times. And this one it says normal attacks and skills apply 1 layer of frost mark. So I don't know if using the active only applies 1 layer or if it's for each time that there's damage dealt, which would be 4 times. So either way, it's probably going to force the passive to be immune control to ignore that. So this effect will expire after successfully triggering twice. This the Frost Flurries effect, basically. So you can even, after the passive, can hit them a second time, and it'll still be immune control, so you get twice out of it. The caster is immune to control during the skill release. That's really nice. Just make sure you're not going to be controlled. But then again, if you're against her, and there's just immune controlling, piercing everywhere. So that's the active. And the ultimate is a passive effect. The lower your constitution, the higher damage you deal, up to 44%. The effect reaches its maximum when your constitution is below 30%. So maybe pairing her up with What was that skull necromancer girl that whenever you get below 50%, one of her, for a passive, one of the skulls would go heal you by quite a bit. She might be good in conjunction. Male water and sun could possibly work, or anyone that's stacking shields, so that because you're gonna see um, as her guardian ability, as she's using it and attacking with it, she's losing some max health, and or she's losing con based off her max health, and that ends up causing her to coincidentally do higher damage because her constitution's lower. So also male water and sun being able to heal her up when after she gets kind of low. When cast actively, perform 4 quick slashes to the front. This is the ultimate. Each dealing 410 strength damage to enemies in range while restoring constitution equal to 40% of the damage dealt. So that's 1,640% strength damage. It's AoE again, so that's a ton of damage. And it restores her 40% of that damage. So it's a good way for her to even heal herself, the more ultimate she's using. And then don't forget, when she uses her ultimate, she gets Shura's avatar. When she uses her active, she gets Shura's avatar. Okay? And then finally for the Guardian one, Frost Raid, rapidly performs 4 raid attacks, each targeting the furthest enemy, dealing 340% strength damage to the target and enemies in the path. After the raid ends, teleport behind the enemy champion with the lowest constitution and unleash a powerful attack dealing 720 true damage to enemies in the area. During the Guardian skill, you cannot recover Constitution, so no heals, and each attack consumes 4% of your max con. And how many attacks? That's 5 attacks. So 20% of her max con is piecing out as she's using her Guardian ability. This does not count as taking damage, so you can't use a trait that happens that when you take damage, it happens. And then also, consumption will not be fatal, so it won't kill you. If you have a huge shield and you get down to 1%, you're not going to die. You also gain a permanent shield equal to 50% of the damage dealt, and we already talked about that. That's a lot of damage, right? Oh wait, that's 12. That's 1,360 damage plus 720. So over 2,000 strength damage, with 720 of it being true damage. So she's gaining a huge shield. So you're gonna really want to boost the Guardian ability for her. Like maybe make that your priority, the Guardian ability, and then maybe the active or the ultimate. The passive, remember we said it just increases the damage they take, so it's a good for your team, and it also the percent constitution loss damage at the end that it increased. So other than that, you're still gaining all the benefits of it nicely. So maybe not focus your skill book so much on that. We're going to want to focus first on this Guardian ability. So here it is. 50% damage down, and refresh the cooldown of your active skill. There it is. So when the Guardian skill's used, the active is refreshed. So I think most of the time she goes into battle, she uses her active because it goes to the highest strength champion. She uses her active, and then right after that she uses her ultimate because by this point she's gained enough energy to be able to do that. And then by the time her ultimate's over, she goes straight into her Guardian, which instantly refreshes her active. So then she goes right back into the active, and then potentially from there it can go back to the Guardian. So each time you deal damage, gain 225 each time you deal damage. So it doesn't matter how much damage, it's just each time you deal the damage. Yeah. And so super strong. The getting a strong shield, reducing the active each time you deal damage. And remember, it's each time you deal damage. It's not how much damage you do. So if you do millions of damage and you do 1 damage, you're going to gain 225 resolve. But when there's only 1 enemy hit on the field, this effect's increased by 50%. So you get an extra 113 on top of that or so. Meaning the guardian skill is going to go off a lot more, meaning the active is going to go off a lot more. So the champion might not be able to ultimate if there's one enemy on the field. So it's just going to go guardian active, guardian active. So you never know with that, because it just, the resolve gain would be so much. The guardian skill cannot be interrupted under any circumstances, and you cannot gain resolve for 8 seconds after activation, which that's nothing because this takes, that says after activation. I don't know if it means after it ends or from the beginning that it happens. And if it's the beginning when it happens, it probably takes a while to do 4 raid attacks and then do the final attack there. So that might be what, 3-4 seconds maybe, and unless it's super fast, or maybe like 2 seconds. So then you'll have like a 6 seconds until you can start, act to get it going again. Um, but yeah, very interesting champion. I like this. You're really going to want a champion to group up the enemy. I think that that's going to be the best results probably for. So like a Voidborn, a Tide Raiser, a Necrosa, the Abyssals. But let's check out. So I have 62 Vigor on her, 304 million con, 10 million strength. It's a good testing point for her. I need to definitely get more Vigor going because all my other Guardians are about 80. So she's got Shura's Avatar, 22 Obliterate. I put Brutal and Honorable on her just so I can see, see her abilities and have her last longer. And then she's just got a random level 20 Energetic because I needed something on her. But I might do, since her active refreshes a lot, options or any traits that go off of active activation. And so barrier is really good. That's the Nordalsar clan trait. The one that gives strength, I think that's the Vertilac clan trait, that when you hit your active, you gain strength as well. So that could be an option. And not to mention, the energy regen, because you want her to get her ultimate off whenever you can. Really strong ultimate too, and so having that energy regen, because remember, the more your energy is going up, the more you're triggering this hitting somebody with a skill and playing a layer frost. And so I need to do a redo with all my guardians. I'll do that soon maybe. But I have 3 points into her passive, 4 into her active, none into the ultimate or guardian. But once I redo her, I'm going to focus on guardian first. You got to try to max that as quick as possible. And then I'll probably focus on her active and her ultimate, because her passive, the only things that go up is the amount of damage that they take. Yeah, that's nice, especially in PvE also, but also it increases the true damage from the life that they had lost. And just those 2 things, it's actually not even strength dependent other than the cap for the lost constitution percentage. So maybe focus on that last. I would probably do it in this order. Guardian, maybe work on Guardian, active, and ultimate. Guardian, then active, then ultimate, then passive. Yeah, something like that. So for the equipment too, you won't need an honorable honor. You could probably do brutal, energy regen, barrier. Because remember, you do kind of want her to lose some health so that she could like work these shields heavy. And she's got 20% or level 20 on her gear. She doesn't have any guardian gear, but I'll add maybe the sword to her and get her 25 gear so she can have a little bit more survivability with the 5 yellow runes. And then I could take honorable off and add different things. And so this is kind of what we got to test with right now. Now we can kind of go look at the abilities and kind of just see what they even look like. So I've been saving something just for this video. Let's go ahead and do it now. Under expedition, I have her on an expedition boss. So one, we'll see how fast that she can possibly get the boss down, and then 2, we'll just see what her abilities look like. So she's definitely going to be able to stun him with her, or freeze him with her passive. So let's turn off the time. Okay, no times two. We'll turn on auto attack. So there's the 4 attacks, and it triggered the passive. So the immune resistant went through. There's her guardian ability. She just did the 4 raid attacks and then the big true damage hit at the end. And then there's her active again. All right, we didn't even get to see her ultimate. So her ultimate looks really cool, by the way. So we saw the raid attacks, and since there wasn't a furthest enemy, she kind of just zipped around him. We saw the active twice. That was just kind of a stand in place and just attack all around you kind of thing. So let's do some more. I saved my sails and sabers as well, so I can kind of show you these. And then I have some advanced arena that I can potentially show you too. So Arkham totally demolishing the sails and sabers. I hate this mode. I think it's the worst mode in the whole game. This is worse than Guild Conquest. But, nobody wants to fix it. Of course not. Um, Let me just quickly. Oops, I don't know why I just bought those. I thought the other one was a sell. Let me see if anybody taking gold? Anybody taking gold? There we are, the middle one here. So, sorry, putting y'all through this. Again, so with Sails and Sabers, for those that don't know, which you all should now, you have 5 fights that you can do every day, unless you have some grog to get some more. And I am going to enjoy those fights now. The matchmaking in this is still horrible, but so look at this. I guess we could kind of, no, I'm not gonna do it. Burger 69, keep eating, dude, keep eating. But now I risk to get someone like Volrid Fairy. Let's give you a run here. And so your top group is 331 might, and this is kind of closer to the current meta. So I'm going to put our new champion down there. And let me kind of explain my grouping real quick. I have the Void Guardian to be able to pull people all together, and that makes the Queen of Frost's attacks hit them all and do really well. I have protection from the male Estuary for my male Water and Sun, and then healing from the male Water and Sun as well. Now here's the cool one. I have Molten Wind in here, but I think I'm going to just do something, my original design, and it's less complicated, but it'll still be feasible. So I'm going to put the male Unmeyong, who I really like this champion. He's so much fun. I'm going to put him in the team with him. So he gets to be in front of actually we're going to put the Void behind the male Estuary so that the Queen of Frost and the male Unmeyong will kind of just take the bottom route. So I think that this looks good. Our other 2 teams, it doesn't really matter because we're just mostly trying to focus on this final team down here. So let's give it a run. If it's on ×2, we can turn it off. All right, it's not. So I'm not even really going to narrate this first fight. I don't think it needs to happen, but I'll talk. The Void Guardian's really amazing. Super cool guard. Okay, look at this Molten Wind right here. Watch okay, well, there's the active. It's true damage, the active is. His active actually does more than female dyers, but it's around him. It's AoE. So Mel Unmayon goes in. The female's in the back. Look, she froze people with her skill. Right now, she's just sitting back there hacking. She hasn't used her ultimate yet. They have a whole bunch of shields, so this is a good way to see what she can do. Whoa, I can't. Okay, I don't know what that was. That big one. I think that was her guardian ability. The end of her guardian ability. I couldn't see anything. Could y'all see anything? Man. These guardians really kind of muddy up the screen. You can't see what the heck is going on. So Huggy Bear. I cannot defeat Huggy Bear, but it's a really good punch up if no, I'm not even going to try it. Let's try to find someone more around 400, 500. That's kind of where I'm at. Nope, not that one. Ridiculous matchmaking. Ridiculous matchmaking. And look at this. This is kind of ridiculous here. So maybe we'll just make this a little bit more interesting, shall we? Shall we? We'll go ahead and do this. How does that sound? We'll get through the other two fights really quick, and then that looks like to be the #1 team. So we'll give it a shot there. So we're literally giving the Queen of Frost the full spotlight. So yeah, and remember, she increases damage dealt to frozen enemies. They can't move or attack. They can't gain con. They can't gain energy. They can gain shield. So with the current meta, that's probably going to play to my disadvantage here. All right, there. And look, she lasted for that team really long. That was awesome. Here comes some more attacks. Okay, here we go. Here's the final one. So here she got one auto attack. She uses her jump back to the strongest enemy. Okay, there's the raids, and then there's the big 720 true damage. So it really hits about everybody. So keep that in mind when you are building her. Like, even if you don't have a champ that groups up enemies, you could potentially use just not need it because it's so big. Oh, here we go. This is much better. So the top group, 400 or 394. Maybe we'll just put in the void as well, so that the void can at least group people together. How does that sound? So we'll save that roster, and that one goes up to the very top. And then we'll let the other two just kind of play it where it lies. Oh, whoa, hold on. 4-star Ignorath, 4-star Necrosa, or sorry, 19-star. Let's plan this out a little differently. I could end up getting a surprise here. So where is the Necrosa's at the bottom, so we need her to die quick. We'll do the Ascavarge. Okay, this looks good. Let's give it a shot. We'll at least be able to see things a little better, I feel. So male Ascavarge going in. There she goes to the back. She uses her active. Everybody gets pulled together from the Guardian. There's the raids and the true damage. Boom! No chance. So we still haven't really seen the ultimate, and she just kind of stands in place and attacks in front of her, similar to female Soul Keeper's ultimate, except I don't think there's a little knockback at the end. Oh man, that was awesome. She is such a cool character, and she's just throwing ice everywhere. You could see people getting stunned from her control, immunity piercing stuns. That was pretty rocking. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, this is perfect. Hangry. Hangry's ready for a fight. Look at this. A 19-star Necrosa and a Void Guardian. I like this. But where are we going to get the best use out of the Queen of Frost? So she's going to hit the back line. She's going to hit squishies really hard. I'm thinking putting her against the bottom team, the roster 3. And then I'm going to put my main team up against the roster 1 for Mr. Hangry. And then I'll do something kind of like this. We'll see how this rolls, okay? What do you think? Gonna have any success? Let's give it a shot. Yeah. Okay, so team 1 on team 1, very evenly matched. Male Ignorath goes in, everybody's all shielded up. There goes my Ignorath Guardian ability, my Male Water and Sun already ulted. But he doesn't have anybody within range right now. There's too many shields on everybody. There goes my Necrosa. Oh, Necrosa bringing people down so that the Meltwater and Sun can start executing. There's another one, and another one. And there's a pull from the Necrosa on the female Nereid. There's their Necrosa. Of course, she's got such good life steal. If you've leveled up her passive, she could just survive just based off of her damage, you know. And so there's my team with my male Soul Keeper getting the Assassinate in. All right. Team 2, Mel Ascavarge in there, not letting anybody do anything. He gets, oh, wow. They went down pretty quick. All right, here's what we wanted. She goes to the back. She didn't even have to get up to auto attack. Everyone's grouped up. She uses the rage, just hitting everybody, and then the true damage hits everybody. Okay, here we go. We might. Okay, she uses her active again. Here's her ultimate. Boom, boom, slash, slash, and then bam. Oh, sorry, I'm talking all over the place there, but we finally got a chance to see her ultimate. That was great. So heads up for you developers, if anybody watches that, you know how in Advanced Arena you have your tabs? You can click on the results and see all your damage, and you can kind of tab between each battle. Could you please add that to the Sails and Sabers battles? That would be really cool. I don't think it would be hard to program that. So if you could add that, that'd be nice. Miraculous, sorry, we're not gonna do that. Burger 69 again. Just really wanting a piece, huh? Okay, this is gonna be someone with a billion. Oh, okay. Let's see if there's anybody that maybe attacked us that we could get some revenge on. Who's this? Finrod. Let's see. Finrod, are you within my range here? Or I'll even punch up a little bit. Oh, we can't even. They released a patch. When they release a patch, you can't do anything. So I'll save that last battle. No point in doing that. You can't really see anything. We'll go into the old Valley of Conquerors before we get to the arena. I'm against some really stiff competition in here, so it's not easy. We'll kind of see where our teams are at. Oh, we're all here at the beginning, so that makes it easier for us. It looks like my Queen of Frost team might be dead currently, defeated. So we can't really do anything with that right now. How long did we have? Looks like we have, oh, just freshly defeated. I guess that makes me look bad there. Who beat us? So I beat Smoke One, but then Bulba came back around and took me out. And then Agar really rocked me at A17. What else did we have? And then Lucifer hit me at G4. Smoke One over here, but look at these. Got some destruction there. That was nice. All right, so we can't do anything right now, so let's go to the advanced arena and to the regular arena. We'll go ahead and start off in the advanced arena because we're doing the coolest stuff first, seeing what we can get out of her. Or let's just see where we're at. Okay, I got knocked down, but I'll get up again. Um, let's find some people. Let's kind of punch up a little bit. Hey, there's Pam Yar, one of my server X160. Grawl, Pam Yar, Vruma, Morgrave, Steph. Great people. We have such a good server. So let's check out this Dimgil. This should be good. Oh yeah, this is what we want. So it looks like the 452 is pretty close to this Devela team. I'll most likely be able. Nice. So this is going to be with the Devela. I think that middle team will be easy to beat. In fact, there's no healing. It's mostly just survivability and hoping female Nereid. So Queen of Frost should be able to take out female Nereid pretty easily as well. I'll put my main team on the 677, see if I can do 150 million punch up. I should be able to with that team build. So, but also look, there's a level 800 Meltwater and Sun, level 800 female Dire. So, and then my last team, that'll be a, oh, Sorry, I have molten. Let's try it like this. Let's do the molten wind on this team, and then let's do the Unmyeong on the final team. So, woohoo! This is going to be a fun one. If I have it on ×2, I'll turn it off. See if I can narrate any of these battles at all. It's going to be difficult, I can tell you that. All right. Here we go. This is my main team against their main team. This is going to be shields galore here. So there goes my male Ignorath. Oh, bam! Female. My Necrosa's got like all my skill books. So on her guardian ability. So she. Whoa! Look at that! Did you see that Scarlet? Dang! Okay, here's the one we're testing. There she goes to the very. Oh, she went to the strongest, which looks like the Ignorath. She got frozen. Oh, was there a Melakuna in there that froze us? Either way, she went down. She got beat. So let's see what we can do. My Meltwater and Sun's pulsing. Molten Wind is really going to start knocking out the true damage. So we don't have a way to hit. Oh, good. Female Nereid's down. Wow. I want to see the damage in this one. I think it's going to mostly go to Meltwater and Sun. But I bet that Molten Wind active did very well. My Voidborn doesn't do very much damage. Ooh, these are both long-living champs. This might be a timeout battle, but it looks like we're slowly getting Ashmane down here. There's the ultimate from the Voidborn. Oh, okay, there we go. We got the Ignorath down at least, so now we can focus here. Looking at so the damage is going to be heavily skewed because Queen of Frost going down early. Oh my goodness. This is probably going to be a timeout. Ashmane's a great timeout champ if you're ever making a team that just needs to survive. Like, wow. Okay, took him out. And then here's the final one. Ascavarge in there. My male Corbett just hit everybody. My female Dyer's getting just picked on right now. But she's dodging. Yep, she died. Male Unmyeong had his passive procced, but he's about to get healed to full. And then nice female Nereid with the taking out Necrosa. So let's look at the stats here. Team 1, definitely Necrosa just taking the battle. Surprised at the Farouk damage. Farouk does surprisingly awesome damage. So look at that Molten. Of course, Meltwater and Sun did the most, but Molten Wind was right there with Voidborn. Queen of Frost didn't even get a chance to get going that match. And then on the final one, female Dyer, who's way higher level than female Nereid, but still pretty comparable, almost completely on the stats there. And then who was it? A male Acuna in their first team? How did I get frozen in the first one? Huh. I thought I was frozen in it. Oh, no. Oh, it was Shiver. Shiver from the Mel Bjornkrieger, which, if he wasn't a warrior, I would totally use that champ. He's a great champ. All right, so we're back up to Gold 1. There might not be anybody that we can fight in Gold 1. Normally, I need to get knocked back down. We could check Spectre. Oh, Aura. I bet we can fight Aura here. Oh, this is going to be a good one. So Aura's got a 4 Guardian stack team with Farouk. That's total meta right now. With the Necrosa at 814. Wow, that is just crazy right there. So no, I'm going to put my main team on the bottom team. I'm going to put the Queen of Frost against the top team, the 370 million, which is a nice team composition. I can see that doing some quick, good damage. And then we'll just let my assassin team get demolished by their team 1. But let's give it a shot. Oh my goodness, that's a sick team. I wouldn't want to mess with that. 814 level for 3 of the Guardians. Wow. So there goes the Queen of Pain. She uses her active in the back. It didn't take advantage of Voidborns, but they're all grouped up right now. So anything she does, there goes her Guardian. So she's raiding right now. It looks like my male Water and Sun went down, not having the protection from male Ascavarge, but we were able to get the win. So this is their primary team. Let's see how fast my team just melts. There goes my female Nereid down. Female Dire did a little bit of damage, not even enough to break through their shields. And then my team slowly just gets eaten. So here comes my team 1. This should be pretty good for me. Ignorat, there he goes. He uses his active, jumps into the enemy team. He's my diver. And then Meltwater and Sun's going to start as assassinating, getting shields from not only Farouk, but also from Void Guardian. And that was a win. Nice. So let's see another one. I thought there was someone. Here's Asylum Voice. So let's see. We can give this a run. So we'll just put our Ascavarge team up against the one that we know is going to fail. And then we'll punch up, or maybe punch up. Yeah, let's try it this way. Okay, so notice there's way more backline people. Oh, okay, so female Galabar won't be able to regen health when Queen of Frost is on her due to the passive. Remember that? So let's see if Team 2 has the potential to melt female Galabar of Team 2. Or, I mean, I could easily put male SK on female Galabar. Yeah, I think I'm just going to do it this way. So I'm punching up for every fight, but we'll see. I know the first one's probably, I'm going to fail it, depending on their damage output with the female Kavak. So there goes their Dire, their Kavak. Like, oh yeah, I went down so quick there. Come on, Unmyeong! Oh, he didn't even get the shield to turn into Khan. Okay, here we go. Here's the one we want to see. This is our team 1. Female Galabar's not going to be worth anything because I have male SK. And there's no shields being put on the enemy team, so I should be able to just survive and mulch through, even if male Water and Sun starts pulsing. There goes the executes. They got my Void Guardian down to about 25%, it looks like, but now the Meltwater and the Sun can't survive this onslaught. Boom! You're immune! You can live! And there goes the execute. Boom. So here's the final team. Here's what we wanted. There she goes to the back line. She hit 2 champions with her active. I'm starting to think Void Guardian and her active aren't syncing up correctly. Okay, so she's about to do her raid right now. So she's going back and forth, and then she does the huge ice slam right there. And that might have been enough to finish them off. So again, she's incredible. I can't wait to actually put some decent gear on her. I think she's going to be really fun. So let's give our refresher shot on the advanced arena, and we'll see if there's anybody within our range. Nope, not at all. Maybe we can see if there's someone just on the cusp. There's Moregrave. I could take you out, fool. I'm just kidding. I can't. He's way too. Look at that 800. That's just way too much punching up. I need sprite. If I had the proper sprites, I could do it. Let's look at Sloth real quick. I don't know anything about this champ. There's some 200 million punch ups. Should we try, ladies and gentlemen? So let's put our weakest team. The Dire team, it looks like, on their first team because that's their strength. Let's go ahead and just, ooh, this could be interesting. Let's just change out a couple things. For this third team to win, I'm going to need the male water and sun to be able to live. So I'll change out male Esterreer with, and then we'll kind of do it like this. Not using the Queen of Frost more as utility early than as damage. And then, yeah, we'll see how this goes. And then team 2, I'm digging it. Actually, team 2, let's go ahead and put her over here and have it more like that. And then with this one, I can dig. Let's save it. Let's put them on the right spot. So that team, our team 1 against Male Water and Sun. And then or we could just as easily probably take out their female Nereid group because all 3 of these guardians can hit selection immune. So maybe let's try that. Let's give it a run like this and see what happens, okay? This is going to be interesting. I'm not guaranteeing anything, but other than my first team getting demolished by their team 1, let's see. How long can we last? Unmayong down. Askavarj can't even use his ult. Female Nereid and Dire grabbed by Necrosa. Okay, here's where it comes down to it. There goes Queen of Frost already in the back on the... Okay, is she gonna... Okay, she's already using her Guardian ability, which is great because it's freezing the enemy team. They're all grouped up. So my true damage from the Molten Wind is going to be able to hit them. All right, there's the Guardian. Oh, look at that! Let's do it! Come on! Okay. Oh no, my Molten Wind is really suffering. I don't think my Meltwater and Sun kept him up. Oh, Esterreer's about to die, but that's okay. Esterreer's meant to die. So Meltwater and Sun just pulsing constantly. Where's my Queen of Frost? Okay, there she is. She's just in there doing damage the whole time. They're all stacked up due to Voidborn. Oh, my Molten Wind is about to go down again. But remember, oh, Molten Wind got, yeah! Look at this punch up, baby. 300 million. 300 million. This is a punch up. Oh, there goes their Unmayong full health again. That's hilarious. 300 million, baby. Yeah. And this is, again, this team is my lower vigor. This is my lower gear. But look what just happened. If we could take out this Mel Esterreer just one more time. Just one more time. Here's the Meltwater and Sun pulsing. There's the Molten Wind ult that does 800 damage kind of as in a fan. Queen of Frost is trying to do that CC, and there's the win. Let's see how we do for this final one here. So this is my team 1, and hopefully shutting down the female Nereid early just so that that's one DPS that we don't have to deal with. Oh, she went into her trance, but I think that the selection immune Necrosa Guardian ability is going to totally, yep, boom, boom. Yeah! Look at that. What is this? A 200 million punch up. And the other one was a 300 million with the... Look at that. Let's look at this damage. Let's look at this output. So we're focusing on... Look at that. She did almost exactly the same as Meltwater and Sun. And Meltwater and Sun is like 108 vigor to her 62 vigor. And Meltwater and Sun has great gear and stones or runes in there. Oh, yeah. And I feel like with the right traits, Molten Wind could really do well in this team. And that includes a lot of crit traits, believe it or not, so that whenever the Queen of Frost makes it where they all take criticals guaranteed, that true damage from the Molten Wind is just going to really hit hard. So, great battle. Great. Who is this? Sloth. Sloth, I got you. I got you. And then here's my team 3 with my Necrosa taking the lead. Wow. Void Guardian, Ignorath, and Farouk just about all the same there. And did they have a Frost? Did they have a Queen of... Okay, so no Queen of Frost on that on Slot's team. So, wow. That was a great win. How exciting. 300 million punch up. Can you believe that, y'all? That's called good team building. That's called good synergy. So let's see how Boar is set up here. Oh, baby. I might be able to beat the team 1 with my main team, but I don't think I can do anything here. Look at those, how ascended those Guardians are. Whoosh. Whoosh. Let's see who else we got. Shiraku. Don't really have confidence in that one either. And this is just a sprite difference, honestly, right here. It's so frustrating. I need those sprites up. I'm trying. Every time they're coming out, I'm getting up a level somewhere. I don't know. I'm willing to give this one a shot. Do y'all want to see this here? So what I'll do is I'll put my Queen of Frost against their very nah, sorry y'all. I don't think I could take them. Let's go into the arena a little bit. Oh, who's this one? Who's this? Who's this? Oh, this is more to my liking. I mean, the Void Guardians 18 star, so that might be put a damp on things, but let's give this a shot. We're here. We don't have any more refreshes, so I'm putting my Queen of Frost on the bottom to fight against that team. So if we can take them out and get them down to female Galabar, that'll be really helpful. That is a 200 million punch up. And then we got this 300 million punch up in the middle. And I think that's going to be the best route, but there's a female Selphos in there, and I kind of want to see how she's doing in the new current meta. So I'm going to give this a run. I don't know if the strength boost that she gives is enough to take down shields, basically. So here's my team 1 again, which is sad. My female Dire and my female Nariad on my team just dying so quick. Okay, here we go. Oh, wow. I just got rickrolled there. Yeah, so that's going to be a loss too. We'll see about this final team. So if we have any luck with this, let's see what this Queen of Frost can do. She gets back. She uses her active. She's got the active from Romulus on her, though. She couldn't shake that. That was a bummer. And it just, the team's got so much sprite buffs that I couldn't really do anything against the that amount of vigor. Okay, well, here we go. I don't have my prime DPS, though, so it doesn't matter if my Meltwater and Sun does well, because I couldn't get down a female Galabar with Meltwater and Sun. So I'm not even going to look at the statistics there. I was just blown out of the water completely there. So much for my punching up all the time. Let's go check out some arena, and let's actually look more in depth at some of these abilities. Alright, so let's first kind of just do it against a smaller but good team. Like, I can't beat Pamyar anymore. I can't beat Grawl. I could take on Doom, though. I think. Let's see what Doom has. Ooh, three Guardians. And look at this. 796. That's higher level than my 783 Sanctuary. Doom, you are rocking it, dude. Way to go, man. Oh, whoa. 2 796s on the team 1. Okay. Okay. Let's play a little bit. Wow. Okay, so where we have the discrepancy is in the sprites, definitely. So, but we'll give this a go. how do we want to do this? Maybe like this, so we could focus on more of her. Let's see how this goes. If it's too much of a blowout so we can't even see her abilities, then we'll back off. Because the main thing we're trying to do is look at those abilities. Okay, sorry, times two's on. She is there at the front. She stayed on Ignorath, who's got the most highest strength. There's all the you can't see anything. Okay, she just did the raids and then she's in the very back. Okay, there's her ultimate. She did the slashes and she's still everyone's looking good on health and shields. They kind of have a member that's low. Oh, remember after the active or it was either the ultimate or the guardian ability, she goes to the lowest health champion. So, let's see if she winds up on the guardian. Oh, I think she did go the guardian, and she might have gotten a kill there. And then I can't see anything. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay, now you could see it, but she just did the raid and ended it. So that's kind of a little tough to see. Let's see what else we could do. So maybe Zara. So what we need is an opponent that just has a very tanky team. Let's go after Muff. So we'll just do these two and see how that works. So we'll do something like this. If I had her stronger, we might win this, but I don't know if we will. My Guardian's strong though. So she goes back there, she uses her active on all three of them. They all got frozen. So during the time they were frozen, she raided through them with her Guardian ability and they took more damage during that. She teleported to the person with the lowest. She went to the highest strength again with her active. And remember, when she uses her Guardian ability, her active is refreshed by that. So she's almost guaranteed right after her ultimate to jump right back in. So, Han Satan. I like to have somebody with a Void Guardian so we can at least see that. Vroom is too strong. I mean, for me to like do the tests, I think. Well, if Vruma comes back up, we'll pop her in an actual team and test it a little bit more that way. All right, Muff. I might have to. Okay, here's Mad Dog. We'll practice with Mad Dog. Has an Ignorath, so this might be a little make a little bit more sense. So she's going to go after the highest strength with her active. So watch for that. So she went to the back row and she used her active, and now she's using her guardian. So right now, without energy regen, she can't use her ultimate right after her active, but it would be really nice for her to be able to use her ultimate before she goes into her guardian ability. So that would be one of the reasons why we need to get either an energy regen on her or an ambitious, so she just starts with that 300 more energy, like however you want to do it. Nice part about an energy regen, if the battle is elongated and goes on longer, there's her raids, and then here's her true damage. Let's see if it can break. Okay, it broke some shields there. She just used her active again immediately afterwards, and then there's her ult. So watch. Let's see how much damage she does with this ult. She didn't do a ton of damage, but she did end somebody with her ult. So there's her Guardian again. And remember, just watch how many times these people are getting frozen. There's Frozen Phoenix, Frozen Meltwater and Sun. Oh, good. Meltwater and Sun's pulsing. That's what I wanted. Heal the team up. Cluto's got a really good team. I just have the sprites on him or her. So there's the back and forth. Oh, I really like her guardian ability, the graphic of it, when she's just darting back and forth. She's going to the furthest enemy, the furthest enemy. Yeah, this is such an awesome champ. She is so good. And she has the potential to pump out a lot of damage. So I think I might end up respecking her, and instead of making Necrosa my main just damage dealer, maybe making her. And that might change up how some of my teams are formed and whatnot. Here's Vruma looking on a fellow dwarf. Hey, what you doing over there? We'll give Vruma a shot. And what we'll do is we'll kind of do the other team that I was doing, except no Esterir. So this is the same team, but we have the Void Guardian, and still heavily outpower. Maybe we take away Molten Wind. There we go. That puts us a little bit closer, but still, we'll see how it goes. So let's see her go to the back line. Okay, she went behind the Necrosa. She look at the stun on almost everybody there. She just used her guardian. Now they're all stunned again. I'm telling you, this stun goes off. This crowd control is insane. There's her ultimate slash slash slash, and she got the kill with her ultimate. So let's check out a damage thing, and of course she completely takes the damage. She's slaying. Alright, let's see if we can get somebody else. Okay, let's do Pamyar's most likely going to defeat me, but really fun to try to use all my guardians against Pamyar. So, and in this case, yeah, I think that'll do. How about this? We'll swap the battlefield here and give it a run. Pamyar's just been mopping the floor with me. That male spider's a great person to have there. Okay, so she's in there. Look at all the stuns that are happening. Like that's the main objective to like pay attention to here is like she's really getting all okay, look at that. One of them are low. The Void Guardian just feared everybody, so that's nice little CC there. Pamyar's Ignorath is really strong. So, and there goes the spider ultimate. Oh, the spider just went down. Oh, I might have a chance this time. Oh my goodness. So we got tons of shields everywhere. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. I am going to beat Pamyar. So this is a 200 million punch up. And again, I haven't beat Pamyar in months now, it feels like. He's just got like such a solid team, but this might be one of them, and that's probably mostly, if not partially, due to the Queen of Frost. She's really doing well. So who's low here on my team? I can't see. Oh, so it's my Necrosa. She's gonna life steal her way back up. So there's her ultimate. Put her back up to half life. Queen of Pain. Oh, just used her ultimate. It didn't even knock down Ignorath's shield. Ignorath about to get shield from his active. And then there we are. Nice. Good job, Pamyar. You just made me rank #1. But let's look at the damage here. I'm really impressed. So, of course, the Necrosa over there just going to town. My Necrosa having about the exact same stats completely. My Void out-rocking the healing, it looks like, from his Void. I got the spider down pretty quick, so that was nice. But here's what we're looking at. Queen of Frost had had second most damage, pretty close to Ignorath, and my Ignorath has a lot more skill books and I think better armor. Voidborn being at the end, just Voidborn, you got to look at Voidborn more like a utility champion and not so much a damage champion. So you want to get certain traits on Voidborn, like just to kind of reduce and control the enemy team, I would say. That's That's what I would go for anyway. So we got Pam Yar. I don't think I could take Moorgrave yet. Moorgrave's just too stinking strong. Let's go back to Valley of Conquest and really get a couple more fights. That we've had some epic fights in this episode. These are some of the best fights I've seen. We've gotten beat. We've blown some people out, but that 300 million punch up with Queen of Frost, that was something else. So let's see who all's invaded our base first. Okay, this is Agar's like T2 or T3 here. So this will be a perfect tester fight here. So we'll start there and we'll see if anybody else is in the way. All right. So we'll start at our shrine, build up our energy, and then let's see who blue has right here blocking our gate down south. Oh, sweet. Dad Bar's like second or third group. So this will actually work out really good. We're going to get two fights of both punching up, but it's not any T1s. And then let's see who's over here. Bulba. I can't beat Bulba even with my toughest team. I haven't tried it with my toughest team and with shrines yet, but right now red controls all the shrines, so that's not even an option. So let's build like kind of an omnibus team. We don't need to take any of them. Let's go ahead and take our... I'm not going to take the Void Guardian. I'm going to not take Void Guardian. Alright, here we go. Let's get rid of Farouk. Let's put in this new champion that's just bomb diggity. Let's put Mel or Soul Keeper. Let's kind of put him off here in his own little world so he doesn't take as much early damage. I think this looks pretty good. Alright. So first things first, we're going to go test that Agar. So, yeah, this should be enough energy. So I got pretty solid ascension on my Guardians. I don't have any 16 star. All of them are 17 or above. So here's our first fight. Let's check it out. Should win this. I got the shields. I got the shields. I got the remedy. I got the shields, the rhythmical remedy. All right, the queen goes to the back. She controlled everybody, and then Necrosa followed right up. So it was like a double crowd control. That was nice. She's freezing more. She just and there goes my male soul keeper, just eating. Let's check out the damage. Oh, Queen of Frost taking #1. And that's, of course, if the enemy's ever grouped up in any way, she's just doing so much AoE damage. It's so nice. So try to utilize that, I think, and that's how you're going to get your best results. So Dod Bar. Let's go in again. This one should be a relatively easy win. She went over to Meltwater and Sun, got Meltwater and Sun down to half-life with the active, and then I think Necrosa finished the deal. So the female is just, that Queen of Frost just wrecks the back line, because normally the highest strength champion is going to be in the back line, so she's just back there eating. So think about that. If you want to kind of go strategically against the Queen of Frost, have your strongest champion as a melee champion, and you'll be able to keep her in there at least until she uses her Guardian ability inside the pile, which would be, it's always really good. Alright, so now that we're moving, let's check this out. Let's see who's here. Okay, there's Dad Bar's main team, which is 678. That's a really hard one for me. I haven't been able to beat him or her. But let's see if they have their shrine protected or not. If they don't have their shrine protected, I'll get that boost from it. It doesn't look like blue has any of the inside shrines, so I'll have a con and an armor advantage here. So let's just go ahead and put my male Ascavarge team I guess I should call it female dire team right in here on that. And then we're going to give this a shot. I really want to see if I can take out this dude. He's over 100 million punch up, but I got full health. I got energy on a lot of my team. I got my positioning pretty good. Oh, I don't have an... What just happened? I thought I had enough. What just happened? Okay, well, I guess that's all we're going to have for that then. I was really hoping to jump in there. Couple really good fights though. Kind of gives you an idea. This Queen of Frost is awesome. So now we've kind of talked about her a little bit. Maybe we should just talk about some team synergies. Let's get to our roster here. Let's talk about some team synergies, some possible traits, kind of some different things like that. So let's just click on this team here. So for sure, if you use warriors, the male Bjorn Krieger would amplify the Queen of Frost. And what I mean by that is she is stunning and she is disarming people a whole lot. So what the male's ultimate does is it extends by 60% the stun duration. So she would go from the 3-second stuns to 4.5-second stuns. So you can see if you have investment in your warriors, how Mel Bjornkrieger would really amplify Queen of Frost. So that's a potential champion. Remember, Queen of Frost makes it where people are going to get an automatic critical attack for while these enemies are frozen. So some champions that rely heavy on crit, you want to get them in there. Maybe you don't need to worry about crit rate. So anything like Mel Corbett, he has Plume Dance as his clan trait, so that's going to get 130% more damage with the crits or something like that. Female Monkey, Female Shun, Male Shun, they're going to get the advantage from being able to do more crits just naturally based on their clan traits. Necrosa has Plume Dance, so therefore automatically you know that she's going to go well as a burst team for Queen of Frost. Who else? Female Nereid. If you focus on crit, Female Dire has Sharp Strikes as her clan trait, which does more crit damage. So she's naturally going to go very well with Queen of Frost. Who else should we look at? Oh, Farouk gives crit rate, but you could always have Farouk. Here, let me, as I kind of go through champions, I'll just take them off here. Mel Ascavarge kind of groups enemies up, so it's more enemies getting hit by Queen of Frost's active and her Guardian and her ultimate. Tide Razor is going to pull people into the group, and Necrosa, by the way. So if you decided to use Tide Razor or Necrosa, that's just going to bunch people up more, and that's going to be to your advantage as well. I showed you the Voidborn has the active that bunches the whole team up, and that's solid. Really good for Queen of Frost. Who else do we got? Them taking more damage is good for any DPSer as well. She tends to go to the highest strength champion. So if you're working on a burst team, having Sunbolt in there, Sunbolt adds crit rate, so maybe not as important. You want to take advantage of just heavy crit as is. Gokong, he has the Shinra's avatar or Shura's avatar from the Monkey Clan. So yeah, anybody that if they get a crit that they just do awesome. Oh, here's a good one. Female Sith, when she does crits, she gets a huge boost to her crit damage. Um, and she has other ways to guarantee her crits. So partner her with Queen of Pain. That's like a crit, like awesomeness. Like she's basically nonstop going to be doing crits. So if you up her crit damage, sharp strikes, plume strike, Shinra's avatar, Ashura's avatar, that's really good. Those are all possibilities that you can kind of make some combinations with. You could partner up with female Ho, but make sure that Queen of Frost is in the P1 position, and she's going to add attack speed to the Queen of Frost. She's going to add energy and a heal. So that's all really nice for her, and you could use the High Spirited and get more strength from having her in the back row from the female Ho's clan trait. Who else is good? Female Vertilac is fearing people so that with her active, so they'll run back to their group, which is good positioning for Queen of Frost. Also, she adds a increased more damage to the people that get hit with the fear. So that could go really well with the Queen of Frost, just pumping out heavy early damage. Um, Let's see. Anybody else that might be fun? Female Corbett, she picks up someone and smashes them into the highest group of people. So if you have like Voidborn, you could technically have female Corbett and this Queen of Frost, and it's just going to keep everybody bunched up. It's then if you put like a female Tide Raiser, she's got the 5-second stun in there. That could go really nice back to back with the stun from the Queen of Frost. And then say with that you also have the male Björn Krieger, so you're increasing the durations of all the stuns here. Like imagine this team being with all their CC being amplified. That is insane to me. And then maybe the silence, getting them silenced if they're all bunched up from maybe a Farouk. Where's that Farouk? There he is. And then he's given Queen of Pain or Queen of Frost even more strength and more shields. Everybody does well with the Void Guardian, so I don't even have to say anything about that. The heals from the Male Water and Sun. I kind of mentioned this female Necromancer too. She could be a possibility. Where's she at? She's down here. So whenever Queen of Frost gets below 50% from her Guardian ability, taken away from her Max Con, the heal from this female Necromancer will start healing. That would be really nice. Let's see. Anybody else? So we kind of talked about that a little bit. We kind of talked about traits, but let's go in depth with a little bit more traits. So she's attacking a lot of people. So Impair could be really good for her. Impair is the Kivak clan trait that amplifies damage. So especially if you are using her as a more utility role or utility and damage, then you could be amplifying the damage that she does on top of her passive damage amplify. It would help if she's with Necrosa, amplifying Necrosa. What else? If you get an Agile, that's going to stack things, but I don't think that would be wasting a slot, I think. I would probably focus also, if you want to go a crit build, do Sharp Strikes as one of them. That's the Dire Clan trait. Do Plume Dance with another, and then Brutal with the last. And basically, she's going to do a ton of burst damage, but you're going to see her damage fall off a little bit after the initial smashing. So that could work. And then here's a little bonus for anybody that watched my whole video till the end. This is something that I just did test on, and Romulus confirmed it. But Zealous, the luxuriant, the succubuses clan trait, it's a 20% chance to remove enemy buffs. Well, shields are considered a buff. So you could put Zealous on Queen of Frost as well, and she, with all of her different attacks and everything that she has going on, there's a high chance that she can be removing Void Guardian buffs. So that's what I might do. I think for mine, to go with my build, I'm going to put a barrier on her because she uses her active a whole lot. I'm going to, of course, have the brutal on her. I'm going to need that. Barrier is the defensive trait. And then I was going to have an impair, but I think because she just hits everybody so fast, I'm just going to go ahead and go with the zealous with a high chance to remove from her target, basically. She changes her target a lot. So it'll also give a good chance to remove shields from everyone on the battlefield. So I think I might go that way. Energy regen again would be, if mine was level 22, I would probably slap it on her just for her ability to just keep using her ultimate as much as possible. What else do we got? You could always add a fierce if you have a burst team, that 25% more damage. That's handy. Um, if she's dying a lot, maybe tossing an honorable on her to be able to survive a little longer. I believe barrier's better than steadfast, especially with her because her active is refreshed. But if you don't have barrier, which I don't have currently, a steadfast could work on her as a defensive ability. But I would probably go the honorable before I would go steadfast on her because she has ability to heal herself and the ability to shield herself. So, and remember, with her guardian ability, her shield is 50% of the damage she does with it. So you probably don't even need barrier with her, and she'll be fine at surviving as long as you focus on damage. So one setup I'm going to put on her once I maximize her is the plume dance, the sharp strikes, and then brutal, just to see if, because she's going to create a huge shield for herself, and it's a permanent shield whenever she uses her guardian ability. And almost every battle I've been in, even with stronger opponents, she can last long enough to use her guardian ability. So think about that. So you might not have to go any defensive on her at all. So you might not even have to put a barrier on her. I'll try it just to see what happens, but I think probably what I'll do is plume dance, try to maximize her guardian ability to level 17. Because again, imagine this at level 17. She's dealing way more strength here. Excuse me. She's dealing more strength, true damage. She's getting a bigger shield because it's based off the damage dealt. And for some reason, it's not letting me scroll here. But yeah, I think it's just better overall. Oh, and she gets more resolve from her. Sorry, let's go look. I just want to confirm this before I send you out into the wild with your super secret information how to fight Void Guardian. It's basically like the Bulko. You had to put Pure Heart on. You would never use Pure Heart ever, but then with Bulko, you had to use it. Well, same thing with Void Guardian and Shields. Having Zealous, it makes it like almost mandatory for some battles now. So that's your little gem from this video. If you stuck it around to the very end of this, which I'm proud of you, you know I'm long-winded, then you got this cool little tip and trick. So, but sorry, Queen of Frost. Yeah, so it's a significant amount more damage, including some of that being true damage. 50% of the damage dealt is the shield, so that impacts that too, leveling it. And then gaining so much more resolve so that you can use your frost raid more and more. So probably leveling her guardian ability is going to be my first priority, followed by, if I put energy regen on it, I would want her ultimate also to be leveled, but I might just level up her. No, I'll probably level up the ultimate because you can see you get two things leveled up or three things leveled up here. You get more health from your damage, you get more damage, and the lower your health, the more damage you do. So what I'll probably do is max the Guardian first. Next one I'll focus on is the ultimate, and then I'll focus on the active, and then finally the passive. Like the passive is really amazing, but it's only two things, and it's like this true damage here, which is really powerful. Don't get me wrong. 30% of their lost con, and it's true damage. So actually, so that's what I might do. I might, but she refreshes her active. I might level the active and the passive up at the same time, but first max the Guardian, followed by the ultimate, and then kind of level the active and passive every other. So that's kind of an idea there. So because remember, she's also got those traits that are really amplifying her damage even more. Like this whole thing is just pure damage. She is awesome. Like I feel like every Guardian has been better than the last one. So Voidborn was just better than most regular champs and Bloodcrafts. Ignorath trumped that. Oh, sorry, I don't want to use that term. Abyssals was better than Ignorath. Void Guardian better than Abyssals, and then Queen of Frost is probably the best one released to date. So I'm sorry I didn't have her completely beefed out so you could see her just massive potential. But hey, we're doing okay here. And maybe I talked long enough. Maybe we can get this last battle in real quick. Remember, I was going to try this player that I haven't beaten in the past, but we're going to give it a shot. Uh-oh. I got people that are defeated, meaning, oh no, we probably lost both. Oh, both of the shrines are gone. So this player would have both shrine advantages on me. Oh, it looks like did somebody attack me though? Let's see. Gibson. I took out Gibson here, but they took our. So let me see. Can I at least take this one back? With my team that's not even complete? I can. So do y'all, but I want to take advantage of the energy that I have, and I would rather have the con, but I need 6 moves to be able to get the con, and I have it. So let's quickly toss Farouk on this team, and then we'll do, or it doesn't even matter who's getting the benefit of Farouk right now. Main thing is I just want to come down here. And is there's nobody at this right now? Oh, good. So here we go. I can do all this. This is called strategy, ladies and gentlemen. Soak it up. So here's one of my random teams. I'm going to move down here to take this Constitution Shrine. Because remember, Void Guardian does better with Constitution. And so by taking the Shrine, I do get a slight advantage in that way. So here we go. Those are all in place. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. And if that other person was up, I'd get that other shrine, but let's try it out. So this is like 100 million pop power punch up or might punch up or whatever the heck it's called. This game is so inconsistent with that stuff. All right, so we go in. This player is really stacked, by the way. So this would be a huge win if I get this. So my Queen of Frost is already showing her worth. She's in there. She's controlling. Whoa! Look at this! Oh, executed! The Void Guardian of my enemy is out of the picture. So yeah, this is now I can just wow. That was awesome. And I think it was just, I did so much burst damage that, boom. Or it might be my Zealous on one of my champions, and I'm not telling you who has it. So let's look here. They got a Queen of Frost as the last one standing. There goes the shield, almost in execute range, and snap. The Grim Reaper sends his regards. Yes, that was awesome. And then here's one of the easier teams that we fought earlier. Let's see how the Queen goes in for the Meltwater and Sun again. That Necrosa takes Meltwater and Sun out. Meltwater and Sun, remember, was frozen and took amplified damage. I think it's like 19% amplified damage at that level or something. And then here goes yep. Oh, baby. I am so happy. I am so happy with that win. That was so good. Like, I haven't been able to beat that player in a long time. Like, that dad bar. Their team won, but just took them out. Took them out. All right, so let's see what else. Is there anything else we could possibly do? Maybe we'll go take out this Gibson too. So let's take away our team one here. Put a little filler. Female shun. Hey, get out of there. And then we're coming for you, Gibson. I know you took our shrine, but I'm coming back to take it back. Oh, can't do that, so I have to manually fill it in. Boom, boom, and bam. Here we go. Going in for the slaughter. All right. Let's watch this queen go for Romulus. Or who? Oh, no, it wasn't Romulus who was the highest strength. I don't know who it was, but she just did her raids, and then she's in the back row right now. I can't even see anything. These are so crazy. Like, come on, GOAT. Think about it. You got to be able to allow people to at least see what's going on. And with all this stuff, it's a little crazy. So let's look at the damage output here. I forgot to look at the queen is number one. And again, she doesn't even have all the bells and whistles yet. Like, when I make her my number one guardian, she is going to be crazy good. And again, I'm going to put her, I think, on that with the Voidborn because I really like their combination that they have together. And so, should I even put a team here? No, I'll just leave female shun. She can say howdy to people. My other team's been, oh, and there she goes, right as we're talking. Who took my female shun? Oh, Dodbar, he is ticked. He is like, I can't believe you took my team one with a team that's over 100 million lower than that. So let's look what his might was, or his power. It was 672. That's definitely over 100 million more than me. So what am I at? Yeah, it's 150 million almost more. Yeah, I like seeing that. Just shows everybody you can compete, but you got to get your sprites up. Like they made it mandatory. If you don't work on your sprites, you're out of the game. You might as well quit. But if you have guardians and sprites, you can compete. So, well, hopefully you like this video. Please give it a like if you stayed till the end and got some knowledge and some information that you didn't have before. Subscribe if you like my content, if you like what I'm pumping out to you. I think it's good stuff. Oh, we forgot to do the Guardian Arena here, but that's okay. We don't really need to do that. I think you guys got enough of the gameplay to kind of see what she's good at. We went over traits. We went over team synergies in depth, so there's something for everybody here. We've kind of, maybe if you're focusing on her, give her your guardian equipment if you've gotten any yet. Like, she's definitely deserving of it because it's just going to amplify her even more. So wow, I can't wait. I can't wait to, like, get her all powerful. I can't wait to get more vigor on her. Again, she is at 62. And I think I'm going to put her in my sanctuary. I think I'm going to put her. I think I'm going to put her. I'm going to put male SK, which he's already in it. And then I get to have one Bloodcraft that gets it too. And if I pursue Molten Wind, I might do the Molten Wind with the higher level, but I think I'm going to I might drop Molten Wind. I don't know yet. I might go Heliala again. I really like, or Romulus. Or the nice part about Gokong is that you also use them in PvE, so that's really nice. But I think I'll give the Farouk the bonus levels, but I'll just have to put him on a different team because I like putting him with the male SK because it gives male SK the bonus strength. That's really nice. So I'll just have to figure out an alternative to that. Yeah, really excited. This is going to be some fun team building in this, but either way, thanks for sticking till the end if you got here. I appreciate you, viewers. If you have any comments, leave them down, or questions, leave them in the comments. If you just want to discuss strategy or talk kind of, how to best make this game efficient, your roster efficient, we can always talk about it. Hit me up on Discord. I think I'm just at Gnome or at Gnomebone, one of the two. Or wait, here, is it on my sheet? Uh, no, that's just the Patreon. Sorry I haven't set my Patreon up. Thanks for those of you who want to support monetarily. That'll be a big help. I'll try to set that up this week. And there's a new clan also coming out. I'm about to drop a video on my predictions and everything for them as well. I forgot the name of them, but it's a clan that actually, if you have both of them on the same team, you get a benefit. So they actually help each other specifically if they're on the same team. Sorry, this is going slow. There we are. The lascivious death. I don't even know what lascivious means, so I'll have to look that up before the video. But yeah, it's a mage and a tank. So by the way, I want to point out how many mages we've gotten. Mage, two more mages. That's four mages, and then not long before that. Oh, I guess we had the arbiters a long time before that, but we've gotten way too many mages. I wish that they would work on this a little bit, but either way, thanks for hanging. Peace. See you next time.